We trust for the foregoing views will be helpful in promoting the harmonizing students. Literally, yours, Melio Carlos, Jr. Chairman.
Thank you. Hindi ko na gusto yung isang term yun na ano. Hindi, yung problema sa Mindanao, hindi pa NPC eh. Transco. Yun ang pag nagka-problema, hindi naman yung supply ng power eh. Transmission of power ang problema sa Mindanao. So, yung erratic na sinasabi ko na mukhang hindi tama yan. Oh, whatever it may be, what din yung nasabi na yan, Mr. Lick.
Mr. Chairman, just one clarificatory. So the MPI is in support of the two resolutions? Ayun ba sinabi? Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman,
Interject.
may we know the status of Mr. Ipaceta, because I see the title OIC Bisa, Attorney Caminero.
Maybe another question, Your Honor.
My question is, why is Attorney Caminero, where is Mr. Ipaceta?
Sir, Mr. Ipaceta has written a letter to the chairman and is actually apologized for not being able to attend because he had previous, I think it was...
so he's still the president?
Yes, sir, he's still the president. Very much the president.
Your title is OIC?
Well, yes, sir, he just...
so he's on leave?
Yes, sir, he's on leave, sir.
You have not recommended earlier. So may I have the next guy in line? Mr.
Dave Downey from Sipalco.
Hindi na abot kayo? Sige, go ahead.
I would like to thank you for inviting us, Mr. Chairman. I would like also to state that I am also representing the AMRECO who cannot be present because so I am also expressing the sides of the Association of Mindanao Rural Electric Cooperatives represented by the President, Mr. Serge Dego. And essentially, our attendance here is in support of the resolution passed by both Congressman Belmonte of Iligan and Congressman Golez of Davao City. We strongly oppose the privatization of the Agos and Pulangi. Both ourselves, private Sipalco and Iligan Light, and the electric cooperatives in Mindanao, simply for the reason that the privatization, as pointed out in the resolution, will result in increased rates for Mindanao, whereas keeping the power plants in government will maintain the rates at their the present levels for the next 10 years. And I would like also to point out that the present levels of the hydro grid is not subsidized. The representative from the PISAM was saying that the government is being burdened by the cost of electricity. In fact, the government is earning right now from the rates which it has already been approved for the Agos and Pulangi rivers, because the rates include a 12% return on rate base, which is what the government earns. The 12% return on rate base, I would point out, is also equivalent to what a private industry would earn, because the what we call the weighted average cost of capital right now for the electric sector is something like 11 to 13%. So that is, in effect, the government is earning as though it owned, as though it were a private corporation in its ownership of both the Pulangi and the Agos river plants. If I may, Mr. Chairman, I would like to point out what I think are errors in the representation of the PISAM, mainly on they're saying that they are privatizing in order to promote competition in the electric sector in Mindanao, and we are saying that privatization in fact results in, as Congressman Belmonte pointed out, a monopolization of power in Mindanao, power sales. The reason is this: the Agos is a series of power plants. It must be sold as a piece, not individually, because if it is in separate owners, there will be an efficient operation. The Agus plant is controlled mainly by Agus 1, the one at the near Lake Lanao, because that is where the storage is controlled. All the rest are run-of-river plants, therefore dependent on the release of water from Agus 1. So the owner of Agus Plant 1, if it is sold separately, would control entirely the downstream power plant. So you cannot really sell them piece by piece. You have to sell them as a whole. And if you do that, you are selling 727 megawatts of power plants, which is 40% of the dependable capacity actually in Mindanao right now. That's 40%. And it would violate, therefore, the 25% limit of ownership by a single owner if it were sold to a single owner. So really, it cannot be privatized under the law. That's what we are saying. The other point is, on the some representation, is that the sense of the resolution, as I understand it, is to stop all privatization moves until a decision is made to privatize it. There has been no decision yet made on the privatization of the Agus in Pulangi, simply because the provision in the law is conditional. It is not mandatory, it's permissive, it says may be sold. And yet, PISAM right now, as early as 2009, have already decided to sell it out by engaging in road shows, in inviting inspections for the plant, which I think under the law, they are not allowed to go, because no decision has yet been made on selling the PISAM, and that is all the resolution is really saying. Fine, go ahead and sell it if that is the decision. But you wait until 2011 before taking any move to sell the power plants. That's the other point we're saying, that if a privatization decision is made, and I'm saying that that will be contrary to the interest of Mindanao, then it should be made only in 2011. Therefore, the PISAM should stop anything that they are doing along the privatization, simply because the decision has not yet been made to privatize it. In effect, they have preempted the decision of the House of or the GCPC rather, in their moves to selling the Agus plant on road shows and all of that. So that's the point. The resolution is to stop PISAM from doing anything. We will still have to debate if the privatization is going to be carried out after 2011. And on that point, we are saying that no, because it will result in higher rates for Mindanao. Definitely, privatization is going to result in higher rates for Mindanao, whereas keeping the power plants in government hands will ensure that the rates in Mindanao will always be lower than Luzon and the Visayas. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, would you want to make a video there?